is the last book, um, or the last chapter. Then we're going to move to Job. So Mordecai, the Jew, stands next to Ahasuerus in power and might. That is what we are reading today. There's only 3 verses, so it's very short. But we wanted to make sure that we close with this, right? So the book of Esther closes with the advancement and greatness of Mordecai. Excuse me. So here we go. It says, and the king Ahasuerus laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, whereunto the king advanced him. Are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? For Mordecai, the Jew, was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. It is just fantastic to me to see that he advanced because um, he kept his integrity. Um, so it says that similar to Joseph of Egypt, his life was once at risk and he faced impossible odds. But because of his integrity and honor, he rose and became second to the king. I mean, it's also because he had Esther, who was so courageous to speak up, you know? Had he not been given that, had the king not been given those 2 banquets back to back, and time for the king in the middle to ponder and think, the spirit wouldn't have he wouldn't have been able to feel the spirit prompt him to check about Mordecai and who he was, right? And how he actually was able to tell the king, he was able to, well, Mordecai was able to tell the king that he would, like, the assassination attempt on him, and then that the king was able to take care of those people, right? And so often when speaking of Esther's story, the honor is given to her, which totally is correct. But I also love that we can honor Mordecai, who raised Esther and advised her and helped her have the courage that she needed together, because together they saved generations of the Jews. And so I think that's so important for us to remember. So, like, what valuable lessons have you learned studying the book of Esther? Like, so many, right? Um, and it is, oh, excuse me, it is so important for us to continue our relationship with Jesus Christ, to continue being in tune with the Spirit, because the Spirit is able to communicate to us things that we would never know, and courage that we would never have if we did not have the Spirit of the Lord. So, another question is, in what ways would you like to be like Esther or like Mordecai? I think those are valid questions. All right, well, that is it for those chapters. So I do have something else I wanted to talk to you about. So if we're still stuck in survival mode, don't let the enemy's lies steal your peace. Um, so we've been 8 years after D-Day, and the betrayal trauma is so real. When things first hit the fan, everything is so real. And I didn't have anyone that I could trust or talk to